Hey guys, what's up? Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is doing well. We have a lot of topics to discuss today on the show. Right now, in the beginning, it's going to be just me. Soonie is attending some appointments related to her move, so she's going to try to hop on a little bit later. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to give you a great show myself. So, as always, I'm going to go over the topics and then we're going to roll the intro and then we're going to get started. So, today we're going to talk about everything going on in Washington, D.C. between Trump and Biden. There's so many things that have come up since last week. So, we're going to go over them. And I'll tell you what, if this were Wizard of Oz and Dorothy encountered men with no brain, no heart, no courage, she wouldn't be in Oz, ladies and gentlemen. She would be in Washington, D.C. So I'll explain what that means shortly as we begin the show. Also, did you know that if you take an Advil, you could possibly be in a coma for 20 days or more? Well, that's what Jamie Foxx is claiming, that he took an Advil because he had a headache, and next thing he knew, he was down for 20 days. That sounds pretty suspicious to me. I don't know if I really buy that story or not, but we'll talk about it. BET Awards, man, they went full woke. They're in full panic mode over there. The Democrats are in ultimate I don't know how to say this. Ultimate, they're running defense. Okay. They are running defense and they have called upon the Black congregation to help them out. So Taraji P. Henson went on her monologue during the BET Awards and gave a mouthful, okay, to put a lot of fear into the American people. And she's not the only one. There's more people that have come out. Funny enough, they're all Black, coming out and saying, you know, this is the end of the world for us. If Trump gets put in office, he's going to be able to kill people and get away with it and yada, yada, yada. So we're going to go over all the fear mongering that is being put out there ever since that just disaster of a debate. We're also going to talk about Rudy Giuliani. Apparently, he has been disbarred from practicing law in New York City. So we'll read about that. But he was given another job by Mike Lindell. We'll go into that also. Scotus, they have made a ruling on presidential immunity. A lot of people are not sure exactly what that means, but I will go ahead and define it for you, even though it's technically with the lower court. I think people on both sides are making more of it than it really needs to be made of. I don't think it's that big of a deal in the big scheme of things, but I'll tell you why I think that. Also, San Francisco Pride kicked off and it was crazy. Okay. Parental warning if your kids are around, because that news story is a very racy one. We know that some crazy stuff goes on at Pride, but I think this year it got even more out of hand. So I'll let you know. I have a few clips on that one as well. And Kamala Harris, this kind of goes hand in hand with the BET Awards. I didn't know this, y'all, but Kamala Harris, she's out here in these streets. She told that to Taraji during the BET Awards. They did like a little, I don't know what to call it, like a skit. It was quite comical. I'll play it for you. I have the full thing. So make sure you guys get ready for a great show. You know the drill. Grab a snack, grab a drink, get comfortable because the show starts right now.
You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, Don on the beat.
Hey, I got so many ups.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ups.
so many y'all.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ups.
What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Make sure you are hitting that like button as you come into the stream. And as always, to help us out and to help us push through the algorithm, please make sure that you are subscribed to the Somewhere in the Middle YouTube channel. And also drop a comment in the comments box. Let us know where you're watching from. Soonie has already been commenting. She's still at the doctor. She's letting you guys know where she's at. So she's here, she's watching, and hopefully she'll be able to join us. What's up, Stone? And what's up, Angela? Speaking of the algorithm, we didn't update you guys on Friday, but Tuesday after the debate, we actually got a message about 10 minutes after the show wrapped up on our YouTube channels. So on my channel, on Somewhere in the Middle, Sunni's channel got the message as well, that our video had been taken down. As I suspected that was going to happen, because there was a rumor that they were saying that anybody who live streamed the debates was going to be hit with copyright infringement. The weird thing about it, though, was that we got a message that we were in copyright infringement of a song, an instrumental part of a song that was used in the Bryson Gray song that Soonie was playing at the very beginning of the show before we even came in, which we found to be very odd because Bryson doesn't have copyright on his songs, and everything that is on his songs is completely made by him. But they referenced some weird, I think it was like German songwriter that said that he owned the copy or the copyrights to the song. But technically, when you get a copyright on YouTube, all it does is it does not allow you to monetize on that video. Now, when I get those, because I sometimes I come on the show and I play, songs that do have a copyright. Once the show goes live, and it's there for you guys to rewatch, what I have to do is I just mute that segment. So if you're rewatching the show, you're not going to hear the song that was played. It's just going to be blank. And then when we come back in and talk, you'll hear us talk. But in this case, even though it told us the entire video had to be removed, which was very odd, I went ahead and did the same thing I normally do, and I just said mute the segment. The time frame it gave me was some random time frame in the middle of our video. So I said to Soonie, I think that they were just using that as an excuse to shut down the video, because in all actuality, they had no legal recourse to keep us from streaming a live debate that was on a public platform. So at any rate, we were able to get the video back up on all of our channels. Everything was fine, but it was very fishy to say the least. Soonie says, my copyright flag was Trump. So she said her copyright flag was Trump, but when she sent me a screenshot of it, it was the same exact copyright that I got. So, but she had like the same timestamps that I had, which was like right in the middle of the debate, but that's not the segment that it muted. So I know that sounds very, very complicated, but nevertheless, I knew that was going to happen. And I think they just basically found a loophole to try to mute people's videos. So, hey, what's up, Red Pill? She says she's first to comment. Yes, I see you, girl. I see you. Okay, be patient with me, you guys, because I'm running this board all by myself. So I'm going to try to put up comments as much as I can as I go through these stories. We will have, if Soonie comes back on, she's probably going to have some stuff to talk about. And then I'll also, pull some funny little clips that I save here and there that are just related to entertainment, culture type stuff as well, that doesn't necessarily get its own topic on the show. But if we get to it, we'll get to it. Okay. So first, I wanted to start off with this Jamie Foxx story. So you guys remember when this happened, Jamie Foxx, like all of a sudden, he was like in this mysterious coma, and he was just like down and out. People thought he had been cloned. Body snatchers came and got him. Like he came back like nothing, and they said, "Oh, he can't, the person we see is not Jamie Foxx. It's a replica. It's a replica of him." I said from the beginning, it all seems very fishy to me, and of course, the people that believe that the vaccine, can cause serious injury to you, which I do believe that as well. We're saying that he was vaccine injured and the vaccine caused him to have a stroke and all this other stuff. So here's the story, and I'm going to play the clip of Jamie talking. But it's very hard to understand what he's saying because there's a lot of background noise. Okay. But this is a story on CNN that I'm reading to you. So it says Jamie Foxx still hasn't publicly disclosed what caused his hospitalization last year, but has shared more details during an encounter captured on video. The Oscar winning actor was hospitalized in April of last year for a health crisis while he was filming the Netflix film Back in Action. In a video posted to TikTok this week, Fox tells an identified group of people that he had a quote, bad headache on April 11th, 2023. He recalls asking his friend for an Advil, and then he said, quote, I was out for 20 days. I was gone for 20 days. Sorry. He said, I don't remember anything. Okay. Fox went on to explain in the footage that he was told his sister and his daughter took him to a doctor who gave him a cortisone shot. Another doctor told him something was, quote, going on up there. Fox said, pointing to his head. I won't say it on camera, he said in the footage. The star is known to be guarded about his private life, but he disappeared from the limelight at the time following what his daughter, Corinne Foxx, then referred to as a medical complication on social media. Okay. In July 2023, the race star explained he chose to not disclose more information because he didn't want the public to, quote, see me like that. Okay. So you guys also remember that, like, when this was all going on and then all of a sudden he resurfaced, we were like, okay, bro, like, resurface, tell us where you've been, what's been going on. And I just find this really odd now that this video is coming out, that he's still being very cryptic about it. Like, just tell us what it, like, you took an Advil, you had a headache, just tell us what happened. Like, you should have all this information now. Anyways, he went on to say in this article, I want you to see me laughing, having a good time, partying, cracking a joke, doing a movie, television show. I didn't want you to see me with tubes running out of me and trying to figure out if I was going to make it through. He said in a video posted to Instagram at the time, adding that he felt he had gone to hell and back. Fox shared another health update on his verified social media in August of last year. Quote, you're looking at a man who is thankful, finally starting to feel like myself, he wrote at the time. It's been an unexpected, dark journey, but I can see the light. He went on to say that he was thankful to everyone that reached out and sent well wishes and prayers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play this video. And I want to know, as this video is playing, what you guys think about this, because I'm not buying it. Of course, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So let's play.
Fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell,
I'm going to mute this real quick because there's a commercial. I hate when they do this. They put commercials at the beginning, and of course it's this. Oh, man. Okay, it's almost over. Joe Biden looks like the hero. Look at him. All right, here we go.
We still don't know exactly what happened to Jamie Foxx, but he is sharing a few more details in a recent video that was posted on social media. He explains that on April 11th, back in 2023, when he was in Atlanta shooting the Netflix film, he said he felt a really bad headache. He asked a friend for an Advil, and then the next thing he knew, it was 20 days later.
April 11th last year, bad headache. Asked my boy for an Advil. Gone for 20 days. I don't remember anything. So they told me, I'm in Atlanta, they told me my sister and my daughter took me to the first doctor. Get the cortisone shot. Next doctor said, something going on up there. I won't say it on camera.
We do know Jamie Foxx is extremely private. He was off of the radar for weeks and weeks, and people didn't know what was going on. And his crew really kept things private for him because they respected the fact that he just is a person who wants to be seen his best. He came back months later and he said on social media that he did not want people to see him ill like that. He wanted people to see him laughing and joking and doing his work like he usually does.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I still think something fishy was going on there. Again, I don't know why he wouldn't just say, hey guys, this is what happened to me. I got the what shot. If that's what happened. Honestly, like after my research, After my extensive research on cases such as the Michael Jackson case and the P. Diddy case and listening to Jaguar Wright. Okay. Jaguar Wright is somebody that I'm going to turn to for answers on this because I'm sure they're going to ask her what she thinks about this. Okay. But she did say something about Jamie Foxx recently when she was on Real Life Street Stars couch. She said Jamie is not as innocent as people think he is. Okay. So he does have this image, right? That he has kind of curated for himself, being a Hollywood movie star and being this funny guy and this triple threat with the movies and the music and the rap and whatever. um I just, after all my extensive research on some of these cases, I just feel like somebody gave him something hoping that it would take him out for good or leave him incapacitated, and maybe Jamie just fought through it and he was able to get through, and you know they just they failed on their mission. Okay. But I think Jamie maybe took something, took a party drug, um maybe took that 2C, right, the Diddy hands out at his parties that allow things to happen, on the back end that you don't feel and you don't remember. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I there's no fact or basis of evidence to anything that I'm saying. It's just like my gut feeling because I've seen enough of these stories to know that this just doesn't add up to me. It doesn't sound right. Okay. That an Advil, which by the way, an Advil has is a blood thinner in a sense, right? Because it has some aspirin in it. So if you were having a stroke due to the COVID vaccine, I don't know. I kind of feel like that would have helped you a little bit if that was what was going on. But the fact that he alluded and he said, I wasn't right up here. What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay. I need to know. I need to know. But anyways, that's all he said about that. So we'll see what comes of that. Okay. So let's move on to the BET Awards. Okay. So the BET Awards kicked off. I don't know where they kicked off, but I do know that Taraji P. Henson was the host of the show. And aside from her painted on abs, which crack me up, y'all need to look at this. Oh, should we rate the outfits? I'll try to find the BET outfits, okay? But you already know what it's about to be. You already know what it's about to be, Marlandon. But aside from her painted on abs, take a listen to what Miss Taraji P. Henson said. I'm also going to play the clip of her and Kamala because that one's probably my favorite. But let's take a listen to what she said. See, I wish I could enlarge this for you. Maybe I can find a better picture, but these abs, y'all, are so. All right. So that's what she said. She referenced Project 2025, which Marlene, if you want to come up here and you want to explain the Project 2025, let me just, I'll put the link in here. If you want to come up here and explain that, because I don't know enough about Project 2025, nor do I care what it is. But then she referenced the draft. So when she went on to say, that there, as in our side, is trying to bring back the draft. And who do you think they're going to draft first? Okay. First of all, Taraji, the draft doesn't even matter. Okay. If you have a president in office that doesn't start wars. Okay. I don't remember any wars popping off when Trump was president. So miss me with all that fear mongering. Okay. Miss me with all that fear mongering. Those people should know better. Okay. Give me a break. All right. I'm going to bring in Marlandon. Go ahead and explain Project 2025.
That whole Project 2025 shit is basically, for one, a scare tactic, if we being real. They claim it's going to be a national abortion ban, for one. They're going to try to take all of LGBTQ rights, what else? Try to ban IVF, what else? Basically, basically saying that Trump gonna be a dictator, which that's a lie.
Yeah.
Saying it's not gonna be another election after him. Saying that what else?
Oh, free speech, LGBTQ equality, racial justice, reproductive rights,
All
undermining
of that.
reproductive rights, and other democratic institutions and freedoms. That's his plan to seize supreme powers. That's what it says.
Yeah, and basically steady calling Trump a dictator, which we all know that's not what he is.
Yeah. Well, that kind of goes hand in hand with what the Supreme Court ruled today with or I'm sorry, not today, but they ruled the other day about the presidential immunity. Everybody's, and we're going to get into that a little bit later because I have some clips of that, but they're pushing that this is going to allow Trump to basically kill a political opponent and get away with it, which that's not what that means.
And I want to say this too.
Yeah.
She's talking about three Supreme Court justices is up. Even if Biden was to quote unquote win, they not finna retire under no Democrat.
Right. Exactly.
Like, are they stupid?
Well, that was my question too, because I was like, wait, what does she mean 3 seats are going to be up?
Because she probably thinking Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito and I think Justice John Roberts, or probably Sonia Sotomayor too, because you know she a diabetic and she's 7 years old.
Oh man.
So that's what they thinking. And like I keep saying, what in the hell make y'all think they finna retire under a Democrat?
Right. They haven't retired yet.
Exactly.
Well, okay, let me keep you on because we're going to stay on the BET Awards for a little bit, but I'm going to play the clip of Kamala Harris.
Oh Lord.
Because they
don't know where race she want to be as, bitch. She don't know where race she want to be. She Indian one day, black the next, Puerto Asian the next, Indian again, and black all over again.
I know. It was so, like, when I saw this, I didn't realize when I first saw this, I didn't realize that this was like from the BET Awards. I thought, is this like literally like a commercial that they put together? Because if it is, this is terrible. Anyway,
and I hear that I can't comment under nobody post because I be want to say so bad. I don't want to be like y'all. I don't. I be an extremist all day, every day.
Yeah, if that's what it means, right? All right, let's take a listen.
Doing what?
She's traveling all across the country.
Doing what?
Where? Yes, doing what? And where's she going? I swear. Okay, let's keep listening. Okay.
I just find it so funny how they knows what a woman is when it comes to killing a child, but not when it comes to a man playing dress up and treating their gender like it's a costume.
Yeah. The fact that she said the freedom to vote. Okay, well, we have the freedom to vote.
Been having it.
We've been having it. What was it? Reproductive, the woman to do whatever she wants with her body. We basically have been having that, and they keep telling everybody that Trump is going to completely do away with it. And he has said, I don't know how many times he is giving the power to the states. He believes
yes, which is how it should be.
That's how it should be. What was the other one? He said women's bodies,
reproductive. I think the right to vote,
freedom of speech or something was the other one.
No, I think she said that.
I don't know. Anyways, it's just ridiculous.
But yeah, and that don't make sense to me. How they okay with somebody playing dress up?
Right. No,
That's
I know.
what don't add up to me.
I know. It is crazy. It is crazy. And it's not even, listen, I'm not saying I'm okay with people playing dress up, but they have completely skewed the entire message of what we've been fighting against as when it pertains to the LGBTQ, because this all started with them coming after kids. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand that some people don't agree with people being gay and people being trans and all this other stuff, but I believe in people's rights, which means you get to do as an adult whatever you want to do. Our problem is with the children.
And speaking of that,
yeah.
And speaking of that, the Texas Supreme Court had said that they couldn't be doing it with children as far as the whole mutilation stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on the Texas Tribune page, and I saw a comment where they said that was good, and somebody gonna tell me something. You need to educate yourself on what?
God. No, I'm telling you, I'm starting to think, and I'm going to play another clip really quick because somebody did a really cool comparison between Biden in 2019 and Biden in 2024 at the debates. I'm really like wondering because people keep saying, "Oh, I don't understand why everybody's freaking out over him having one bad debate." And I keep saying, like, are you guys not watching the same stuff I'm watching? Because he's been like this. Like, well, the
Yes, and
Joe we saw is nothing new.
it's deteriorating. He deteriorating day by day by day by day, and it's getting
Right.
worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
You better
It's
hope he make
crazy.
it to November.
He's not. I don't think he is. But that's an interesting discussion, though, because I really don't know what they're gonna do. I know Liddell said that there's no way they're gonna take him out of office early, but they could tell him not to run. At the same time, I'm kind of like, let him run because I don't want Kamala in charge.
Damn, show don't no woman need to be president.
Exactly. Exactly. So I kind of want him to them to allow him to stay in there. And, we could deal with we can deal with it at the voting booth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me play this. I don't know if you've seen this, but this was actually pretty crazy to see this comparison just based on the physical, right? Like this has only been 4 years. And I know that a presidency will like age somebody, it'll make you look old, but I kind of feel like his whole entire face has changed. Like the dimensions
It
of
has.
it has, right? Okay, so
Because it
let's
showed
listen.
that changed from 2008.
Yeah. And I remember Obama got old, right? Remember Obama? Like he came into office and he was like white when he left. Like his hair
Yeah.
was white. He had looked aged. Trump, surprisingly enough, looked pretty good at the end of his presidency. And he still doesn't look as old as some of these other guys do, but let's take a look right here.
To think we have to make fundamental changes in civil rights. And those civil rights, by the way, include not just only African Americans, but the LGBT community.
He wants to get away with, get rid of the ability of Medicare for the.
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education. That's what I oppose.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if
that shit is elderly,
you will determine the outcome of this election. Vote, vote, vote. If you're able to vote early in your state, vote early. If you're able to vote in person, vote in person. Vote whatever way is the best way for you, because he cannot stop you.
And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump? I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
I continue.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Had you seen that before?
Yeah, I saw that earlier today.
Birdman said some lefty said it was because of the lighting. They made Trump look better than Biden. But he was on CNN. Why would CNN make him look better?
Exactly. They pro-Democrat to the fullest.
Yeah. That is wild. Like the excuses that they are making for this man.
And people have still yet to tell me what did Trump lie about, because all I've been hearing is that he lied and he a liar.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's hear what Nancy Pelosi says. Hold on.
Compared to a person who was lying the whole time, we saw integrity on one side and dishonesty on the other. That's how I saw it.
And what do you say to former President Trump, who blames you for January 6th and says you didn't take his offer for the National Guard?
He thinks I planned my own assassination. He's sicker than I thought.
But you admitted the shit on video. What the fuck?
She did admit it. Do I have that? I know Soonie played it. I'm trying to see. I think I do have it somewhere in here. Yeah, she totally admitted it on video. Like, I don't understand that. Why? I don't understand why they keep saying he lied. Anybody who goes and facts check anything he said can see that he's honest, that he's been completely 100% honest about everything. There's nothing else to say. It is what it is. Now, this is the last clip I want you to see. Okay. So this chick right here, this nut job, this is I don't remember her name. I don't remember her name, okay? But she was on that show Orange is the New Black. Okay, so she was on that show Orange. She played the lesbian. Big surprise, she's a lesbian in real life. When I saw this, I could not believe what I heard, and first of all, I can't even believe that this is still up here.
I was gonna say that because my fucking last Instagram got took for speaking my mind on there, but that can still be up.
Yes, and for you guys who have not heard this, wait till you hear what she says, okay? And this is the caption. This is the caption on the video before I play the video because the video is wild, okay? She says, F Trump, F the GOP, F you anti-democracy assholes. It's all out war now. They will destroy us. They only want power. Like all tyrants, F them. And if any of you a-holes want to death threat me like you have been doing for my entire life, bring it, B. I'm Sicilian. I know how to play that game. Okay. Listen to what she says and tell me how you can get away with saying something like this when there are people sitting in jail because they quote unquote claim they tried to overthrow an election. They were all for the violence. The Secret Service should be at her doorstep after what she said.
Yeah, and her doorstep and Harry Sisson's doorstep.
Exactly. All right, take a listen.
Done. I'm done. I'm fucking seriously done. The Supreme Court has pissed me off so much right now. Like, so much. Joe, you're a reasonable man. You don't want to do this, but here's the reality. This is a fucking war. This is a war now, and we are fighting for our fucking country. And these assholes are going to take it away. They're going to take it away. Fuck you, Clarence Uncle Thomas. Fuck you. Joe, you now have the right to take that bitch Trump out. Take him out, Joe. If he was Hitler and this was 1940, you'd take him out. Well, he is Hitler and this is 1940. Take him the fuck out. Blow him up. Blow him up or they'll blow us up. Facts.
Can you believe that?
To be honest, I really can because look at who's talking. And for two, where the fuck is the FBI and the Secret Services?
Yes. She invoked Hitler, okay? She said the H word, the forbidden H word. How do you do that? How do you say blow him up? She said you now have the right to take him out. Aren't these people sitting on their social medias right now talking about, well, the Supreme Court is now going to make it legal for Trump to murder his political opponent? Isn't that what she basically just said?
Yeah. Yeah. I told you. Hypocritical as people.
Yep.
I'm trying to be careful on what I say. I'm trying to be good, but I can't.
Right. Oh, it is so infuriating. It is so infuriating.
And the thing is, that's not what the fuck that case was about, that you can now assassinate and murder people. That's not what that was about.
No, it's not what it's about. Yeah, so anyways, there's a whole bunch of other videos. You've got the girls from The View losing their mind. Anna Navarro, she's gone live twice now, just crying online about Trump lying and Biden this, because she refuses to let go of the Biden Harris campaign until Joe says he's stepping away. So I don't know. These people are holding on for dear life, which that's their person, right?
I want to throw this out there. Thank God for 2016, because Lord knows where this country would have been.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the what the Supreme Court ruled. Okay, you're welcome to stay on if you want to stay on and talk about it. Just keep your thing on mute because there was some background noise. All right. So the Supreme Court ruled on yesterday, the former President Donald Trump is immune from prosecution for official acts taken while in office. Okay. But not for private conduct. In a 6-3 ruling that split the justices along ideological lines. Now, I want to stop there because I want to educate you guys and tell you that that is already the law. That is already the law. And I'm going to cite some cases in a little bit so you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. I'm blown away that this had to go to the Supreme Court for them to basically say, I mean, I guess that's what the Supreme Court does, right? Their job is to uphold the law. But why there was ever a question as to whether a former president would be immune from prosecution for things that he said or did while he was in office is beyond me. Now, mind you, what he said and did while he was in office, number one, half the shit that they've got him in court for is a lie. And we know that. Okay.
And made up.
But what this is really, really going to affect in the now is more or less the court case in Atlanta. Okay. Which I want to remind everybody, Trump contested the election results while he technically was still president, which is his right to do. He contested it. He said, I think that something funny went on, and he was still president. The changing of hands had not occurred yet. Okay. So he technically said that while he was still in office, and he was not wrong. Okay. And there's all kinds of shady stuff going on in Atlanta, which should throw the case out to begin with. Okay. But that's really what this is going to affect. So if you don't know what presidential immunity is, it is referred to broadly, it has referred to the legal theory that past and current presidents have some protections from legal accountability. In the context of Monday's Supreme Court decision, it is the ruling that Trump and others are absolutely immune to prosecution. Trump and others. That's the key word. And others are absolutely immune to prosecution for actions taken while exercising their core constitutional powers and entitled to the presumption of immunity for their official acts. It does not provide a shield for private or unofficial acts. Chief Justice John Roberts said, presidential immunity is necessary to ensure an energetic, independent executive and to avoid an executive branch that cannibalizes itself. With each successive president free to prosecute his predecessors, yet unable to boldly and fearlessly carry out his duties for fear that he may be the next. Now, I want to stop there because you guys, and when I say you guys, I'm talking about you guys that watch the show, because I said this on the show and y'all were in the comments going, oh, Mo, you're crazy. He would never do that. Remember, I said to you that if Trump becomes president and Biden were to get in some legal trouble as a result of things that he did when he was president, what did I tell you Trump would have to do? Do you remember, Marlandon?
I remember you had said he was gonna have to. Damn.
It's a P word.
That's what I'm saying. He was gonna have to pardon him.
That's right. That's right. And everybody was like, there's no way. And I know that people are going to think that's crazy. And now it's probably making more sense. But because Trump respects the office of the presidency and he respects the law, he must pardon any president that were to get in legal trouble like that. And he will. Mark my words, he will. Okay? Hold me to it. Okay? Because I'm hoping that Trump will be president and we'll be able to see it. Okay?
And I want to throw this.
Go ahead.
I want to throw this out here, but did you see where they pushed their sentencing back to September 18th, quote unquote sentence?
Yes. Yeah, I did see that. Because he's fighting it. That's why. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So yeah. They didn't say he was immune. They said all presidents are immune. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it goes on to say, but the majority of opinion said the government could overcome the presumption of immunity for a former president's official acts if it can be shown that that prosecuting the specific conduct does not intrude on the authority and functions of the executive branch. The Supreme Court ruled that a president's official conduct may extend to all actions so long as they are not, quote, manifestly or palpably beyond his or her authority. It specified that official conduct for which Trump is immune from prosecution includes, okay, let me know if you guys hear that he can kill his political opponent, but this is what it includes. His discussions with the Justice Department officials in the wake of the 2020 presidential election, during which he sought to convince them to aggressively pursue unfounded claims of election frauds. If you guys don't remember that, that was the phone calls that the Democrats released as their proof that Trump was obstructing justice and trying to bribe people. And I believe the quote, what was the quote that he used? That he was like, I want these votes to be recounted. He said he had some language that they kept using over and over again, and I can't remember it. But while Trump's attempts to pressure Vice President Mike Pence to change the election results may count as official conduct. Now, he did not pressure Mike Pence to change the election results. He pressured Mike Pence to go in there and contest it, okay, which is the only person who can do it.
And he was too scary to do it.
And he was too scary. That's right. So anyways, let's see. Trump's attempts to pressure Vice President Mike Pence to change the election results may count as official conduct for which he is presumptively immune. Prosecutors can argue that a charge related to communications with the vice president regarding the certification of President Biden's victory does not intrude on the executive branch's functions. Trump's interactions with state officials and private citizens during his attempt to overturn the 2020 election results, meanwhile, cannot be neatly categorized as falling within official conduct. The Supreme Court's majority opinion said the court ordered the D.C. District Court, which is the smaller court, to determine that whether Trump's conduct in the area qualifies as official or unofficial. So that's what's with the lower court was him going up at the Ellipsis, or I think it was at the Ellipsis in Washington, D.C., and telling people, hey, let's march to the Capitol. Let's fight this. Let's let them know how we feel about this, if that is defined as official conduct or not. So that's really what's in question right there. Most of the president's public communications are likely to fall comfortably within the outer perimeter of his official responsibilities, meaning they are covered by immunity. That's what the justices said. In the near term, the ruling is favorable to Trump in the D.C. election interference cases he faces, where his claim for presidential immunity prompted Monday's ruling. The case in D.C.'s court, in which Trump faces 4 charges related to the accusation he conspired to overturn the election on January 6th, has been significantly impacted by the court's decision and will now be delayed as the judge determines which act he took, whether they were official and therefore immune from prosecution, and which were unofficial and able to be prosecuted. It is highly unlikely to take place before the November election. One of the 2 other criminal cases against Trump, the ruling could also affect the state's election interference case against him in Georgia. That's what I was referring to. It is less clear if it would impact the case he faces in Florida over the classified documents, which I'm confused about that because that was certainly while he was president, found at Mar-a-Lago after his presidential term. His lawyers have already sought to challenge his conviction in New York over concealing hush money payments made to an adult film actress shortly before the election. You know what's crazy is our side calls Stormy Daniels an adult film actress, and the left, who is supposedly for women and not demeaning them, they call her a porn star. They don't even refer to her by her name. They call her a porn star. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. There's a whole lot more to this article, but yeah.
But
so that's what it means. Go ahead.
I want to throw out that with the immunity case, I'm like, I listened to Soonie live yesterday about how she feel, and of course, she thinking about the future, like of stuff going on. That's why she kind of on the fence about it. And with me, I agree with she's saying too, but also I'm thinking like we know if they was not to grant him immunity, they would have to prosecute everybody else that done did some shit. And me and you both know that it'll be a cold damn hill before that ever happened.
Well, and that's the biggest point. And Birdman brought that up in the comments, is that this doesn't just protect Trump. This protects a lot of presidents. This has been protecting a lot of presidents. I want to cite the Clinton versus Jones case in 1994, where Paula Jones sued Bill Clinton for several counts related to allegedly sexually harassing her when he was governor of Arkansas. By
Yeah.
then, the president sought both to dismiss the case with prejudice on the basis of immunity and to toll the statute of limitations for the duration of his presidency. And the court declined to dismiss it, but stayed that the trial until Clinton's presidency ended. Okay, so they didn't even have they didn't give him immunity in that case, but they basically didn't do anything while he was president.
Yeah. And
Which
like
is
and like I was telling and like Deontay was telling Soonie yesterday, yes, it's fucked up, but you gotta play the game or get played and lose.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think what this is all proving in my mind is exactly what we've been saying from the beginning, that all these court cases, this witch hunt, the impeachment stuff, this has all been to kill time and
Yeah.
waste taxpayer dollars and confuse people leading up to this election. I think when they went through the election with Biden, they got lucky. Okay, they were able to somehow get this guy in office, because I still don't believe 83 million votes went to
It
Joe
would.
Biden. No.
81 million did. Because how the hell you stop counting at night and all the swing states that quote unquote flip blue all went to him.
Yeah. I
And he
agree.
won all 6 of those states. And it
Yeah.
took them 3-4 days to figure out Arizona. That was the last state.
Yep. Yeah. It was crazy. It was crazy. So yeah, please, if you listen to the show, whether you're listening now or you're going to listen back, and you get to this part and you're on the left and you're believing that this presidential immunity gives him the right to kill his political opponents and get away with it, please understand that is not what this means. Nor would Trump do that. Okay. Nor would Trump do that, because I think if he had that power, I would hope he would have exercised it with Hillary.
He would have took out all them people if that was the case. He would have took out all the Clintons, all the Obama, the Biden,
Right.
a
Exactly.
lot of the people in Congress.
Right. And I'm not trying to call for any violence or anything, but dang, okay. You guys don't be dumb. Just research stuff. That's all I'm saying. That's all I am saying.
I mean, they'll never research shit. Just like they didn't research all these damn legislations that's done been passed in our Congress that's full of bullshit, but can research Project 2025 and come to a conclusion about that shit.
Yeah. Did you I talked about this on Friday's show about the barbershop that Trump went to, or he called into in Atlanta. So I watched that entire, I think it was like 15 minutes, and it was Byron Donalds and what's his name? The brain surgeon. Oh my gosh. What's his name? He's Trump's boy. He's the brain surgeon. People wanted him to run for president, but he's so soft-spoken. Somebody help me out in the comments. He's a black dude. Black dude, brain surgeon. He was in the Trump administration. He ran for president. You know who I'm talking about?
No, I'm gonna have to go look. Hold on.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm forgetting. Ben Carson's. Okay. So they went to this barbershop, right? And Ben Carson's and Byron Donalds went to this barbershop in Atlanta, and they were having some type of discussion that I think these guys that own the barbershop were under. They're saying they were under the impression that the whole thing was to highlight black businesses, okay, which is what they did they were talking about that in the meeting. But somewhere in between, Byron gets a phone call from President Trump, which, it's not a mistake, but, it was set up that way. And they were able to ask President Trump questions. And I thought it went really, really well. They asked him questions and Trump answered the questions. There didn't seem to be a problem. Well, apparently the barbershop owner is now saying he has lost customers since he, quote unquote, unknowingly hosted a Trump campaign event, which that's not what that was, at his shop. He claims he thought the event was to highlight Black businesses, not to promote Trump. And I'm trying to find the clip. Hold on one second. Here it is. Okay. I'm gonna play this because this is wild to me. I don't know if this guy is really losing business or if he got pressured, but here's what it says.
Barbershop in Atlanta says he feels he was misled by a campaign event for former President Trump the day before the debate. Rocky Jones tells our Karis Belger he thought his Buckhead shop was just hosting a forum for Black businesses, but he says he never expected to fade into the realm of politics. Rocky's Barbershop in Atlanta says he feels he was misled by
just me agreeing to do a Black small business, roundtable. I thought it was like something real private.
It was anything but. Rocky, along with Black business owners from across Metro Atlanta, crammed into his shop, along with Trump surrogates like Ben Carson. But it wasn't all shop talk.
Thinking about Black business in Atlanta, small Black businesses in Atlanta. And I'm like, just me agreeing to do so when are we going to start talking about this?
He says a call from former President Trump during the event cut deep.
Why is the ex-president calling somebody in my barbershop? Thursday, we definitely got some calls. I have no involvement in politics. We don't even talk politics in my barbershop.
The number of customers, he says, has trimmed down, but he hopes the shock will fade and he can keep helping his community.
So when are we going to start?
What do you think about that?
I call bullshit.
What do you think happened? You think a mob came after him?
No. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I don't know how his business trended down that quickly and how he was able to say that it was a result of this, because this literally just happened. Like this just posted last week.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah. I just think it's crazy. I guess he wasn't there. It was, I guess, his other barbershop employees were there.
And then the question of the comments don't make it no better.
Yeah.
But I don't put shit past the shade from comments no more.
Right. Exactly. Oh gosh. Well, I think he was probably bullied. That's what I think.
No fucking backbones.
Yeah.
You shit crazy.
So apparently, which I don't even like him. Let me just put it this way. Rudy Giuliani. I think he's weird. Donald Trump's legal advisor, he was disbarred for making false statements about Trump's election.
But it was the truth. It was fraudulent.
Yeah, no, it was. And I don't think it's right that he was disbarred for that. And it's funny that he was disbarred by a legal association in regards to a legal right he has, right? But it says here the former New York City mayor, federal prosecutor, and legal advisor Donald Trump was disbarred in the state of New York on Tuesday after a court found he repeatedly made false statements about Donald Trump's election loss. The decision was handed down by a New York appeals court in Manhattan. No surprise. The court ruled that Giuliani be disbarred from the practice of law effectively and immediately until further ordered of this court, and his name stricken from the roll of attorneys and counselors at law in the state of New York. Giuliani has already had his New York license suspended for false statements he made after the election. Giuliani was the primary mouthpiece for Trump's false claims in 2020, standing at press conferences in front of Four Seasons in Philadelphia on the day the race was called for Democrat Joe Biden, and saying they would challenge what he claimed was a vast conspiracy by the Democrats. He wasn't wrong. I totally agree with Rudy on this, but yeah, I don't agree with them taking away his license. I just thought that was crazy. That it's even taken this long too, that they were going to do that to him. They suspended it a while ago. I'm surprised hasn't been disbarred a long time ago, if that's what they wanted to do. Okay, let's see what other story I have. You want to talk about Pride with me?
Oh Lord.
I know Soonie wants to talk about Pride, but let me just play. I'm going to play a video here. Let me get it queued up if I still have it. Did I save it? Did I not save it? Dang. I may not have saved it. Give me just a second. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm going to read about Pride really quick because you guys are not going to believe this. So they had posted some videos online, and if I can find it, I will put it up here. But basically, the videos were interviewing cops that were overseeing the event in San Francisco because people were upset that the cops were standing by as men exposed themselves to children, or not to children, I will say exposed themselves in front of children and peed on each other.
Oh, God, you finna show that shit?
No, I'm not going to show them peeing on each other. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Because Soonie was talking about that yesterday on how conservatives was posting it, talking about conservatives are gay.
They were posting videos of that happening?
Yeah, they was posting it.
Oh, no. I'm not going to do that. That's too much. But I'll let you know what it says. So it says police appeared to opt out of taking action as San Francisco Pride's March attendees openly performed oral sex on each other and engaged in disturbing sexual acts, including urinating on one another during Sunday's Pride Parade. Apparently, there was a social media video. One attendee laid down in an inflatable pool in a designated area called the fetish zone and let a woman pee on him. Another man wearing only a dog collar and a small cloth around his genitals stood in the pool and clapped. The fetish zone was designed as an 18-plus zone, but parade officials were allegedly not checking IDs, according to Hernandez. Another man appeared to stand with his genitals hanging out while children walked by during the Pride Parade. Okay, so here is the video for that.
I'm just going to ask you a few questions real quick. So, what is going on with you being naked? I mean, is there something
it's
wrong
legal
with
here.
You? I know it's legal here, but you got kids all around you, and I noticed I've been sitting across the way reporting on the event, and every single time kids walk by, you're enthusiastically waving at them, trying to get their attention.
Not really.
You're on camera, dude.
Not really.
You're trying to get kids' attention. You're waving at them. You're trying to talk to them.
No, I'm not. I just wave it at everybody. They just happen to be there.
But it's okay for you to do this in front of kids? You're comfortable with that? You think that's something they should see?
A lot of people are doing it.
So it just makes it okay?
But it's legal. It's legal. Okay.
Honey, it is natural, bro, honey.
I'm asking him a question, not you.
So I'm his friend. So look, it is natural to be who you are and what you are. And look, you see all this? And it's love always wins.
So it always wins. So you can just be naked in front of kids, try to talk to kids. Exactly. You don't think that's weird? You don't find anything wrong with that?
No.
I'm not talking to kids. They just happen to be there.
You're on the front row with your dick out.
It doesn't matter.
You got kids right here. Literally one over next to you.
Well, I didn't notice that.
But you've been waving. Literally, when the Boy Scouts of America came by, you're sitting there waving at them.
I'm waving at everybody, not just them. They just happen to be there.
But so you just think it's fine for nudity in front of kids?
There's nothing, as long as you're not doing anything, there's nothing wrong with that.
Not sexual at all?
No. I'm not nothing sexual. They just happen to be here, that's all. It's with everybody. Kids, adults, and everybody.
Let me ask you something. Do you see everything around this? I don't want to cuss, but do you see every motherfucking thing around this goddamn California? Look at yourself.
I'm not the one that's naked in front of little kids.
No, he's natural. It's natural. But it doesn't matter, does it?
No, I'm
exactly.
not. Listen, there's nothing wrong with it.
Look at yourself.
As long as you're not doing anything. And I wouldn't do anything with that. They just happen to be there.
Okay.
They just happen to be there.
I think that's all I got for you.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
So don't go accusing me of stuff like that. I don't want to. No, I don't care, man.
An observation of you talking to kids, waving at kids while you're
naked. It doesn't matter. I'm
Doesn't
waving
matter.
at everybody.
Okay.
I'm waving at everybody.
Okay. Ma'am, what about you? I mean, obviously you got a kid right next to you. Is this not weird?
Oh, I didn't know there was a kid here.
But you've been talking to him. You've been like literally waving at him in the parade.
I wave everybody. They just happen to be there.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
So, as you saw, he just happens to be here, not trying to get kids' attention. But you see, if you go to like other reporting on Tennis page, he's clearly waving at kids enthusiastically, gets excited whenever there's a kid around. But this is normal. Welcome to San Francisco. If this isn't hell on earth, I don't know what is. This is insane.
What did you think about that?
I told you I'm so over them people. I told you where I want them people at and how many feet I want them under.
Right. I'm surprised, and maybe he didn't do it because I don't know how old the child was, and I'm glad they didn't show the child. But I would be curious to know what a parent is thinking, allowing their child to be at this event, and do they feel comfortable with a guy standing there with his genitals barely covered, a grown man? That's disgusting.
Any parent that is okay with taking their child out to there and feeding that to them is clearly fine with any and everything.
Right. Yeah.
They are.
And his excuse was they just happened to be there. So since men and women in some places can share bathrooms, if somebody's child just happens to be in a bathroom and it's a little girl in a woman's bathroom and a guy comes and exposes himself in the bathroom because she just happens to be there, like, what the hell? That's disgusting. And I will tell you, and I posted a video actually when I myself was in San Francisco. I can tell you that nudity in public wherever is acceptable, because I was walking down the street in San Francisco, I think probably in this area. I don't know if this is where I was at, but it looks familiar. And there were naked men. They had some type of bike riding event going on, and there were naked men riding bikes, fully naked men.
So indecent exposure is just okay in California.
Yes, it is.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I told you California is a lost cause at this point. It is.
Yeah.
In New York too, in Illinois on the way. Oregon, Washington, all of them.
Yeah.
DC, Maryland, they all a lost cause.
Yeah.
At this point.
It's crazy.
And they trying to take a lot of red states with them.
Sorry, the video was playing in the background. Yeah, it is. It's quite shocking. And you know what? I did save another video that when he said something about a pool, and I'm just going to look at it. Okay, so I don't think that this shows much, but I'll just, if you're a parent and your kid's anywhere near, just take them away from the thing for a second, just in case. So this is apparently what the scene was looking like.
I talked to some of your colleagues yesterday about like the public nudeness and stuff and the naked stuff going on in front of kids. They said it was legal as long as there isn't, I think they said sexual gratification or a lewd act going on. But literally like right across the fence, you have a zone where people are giving each other blowjobs in public and pissing on each other in public. Is that legal? Like any enforcement going on there, or is it just inside that event? Yeah.
Right. So they might have different parameters inside the event.
How would that work? Different parameters?
So technically, it's not a public event, right? You have to cross into it. It's just in public streets.
So that's what like makes it not illegal, essentially.
We don't make the rules.
So
just pick your battle day, and they
Yeah.
want us maintaining civility on the outskirts of it, and so that's
what one of the other cops spoken about was like, if it's not violence, we're not getting involved.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, if it's nothing violent, it's just kind of pick your battle and
exactly.
Okay.
And then like they fence off these areas. They do the same thing in the Castro area.
Yeah.
They fence off certain events out there.
Okay.
Folsom Street, same thing.
Okay.
And like what happens when they don't want us in there.
Oh, so they don't even want you guys like in actual circle. Well, yeah, I noticed that the cops were outside. Like they call it like the leather or something.
Well, that's the thing. It's a private event. They take out permits. They do all that. They have their security, everything. And if there's something that they need us for, like assault or whatever, or something is inappropriate, they'll ask us, but that's their event. And as long as it's handled the way they want to in there, we're not going to step in.
Okay.
But if, someone's doing it on the corner over here and there's kids out here and someone complains, then we have a little bit more authority to do something.
Okay. So, yeah, like you said, kind of just pick your battles. The governor probably wouldn't, enjoy the enforcement of something like this, I'd imagine. So I just talked to multiple cops on and off camera. Off camera, they told me, yeah, we're not enforcing anything. They know exactly what's going on. And it doesn't matter because it's not violent. So they're full aware of what we just documented, the blowjobs, the peeing in the mouth, the sexual gratification in public. And then the cops that you see on camera, they pretty much said the same thing, but not as straightforward. He literally said, we kind of are picking our own battles today. So they said it's a private event. It's still illegal what they're doing, but since it's a private event, they have been instructed to stay out. So if you look inside that actual event that we were just in, the Pink Zone, there's no cops in it, but they're all surrounding it. And they all know exactly what's going on. And I don't know if this is the department's fault or the higher ups or what's going on, but they're being told not to enforce the law, essentially, not to do their jobs, which is absolutely insane. You literally have blowjobs in public, people urinating in other people's mouths in public, fully nude, and it's okay in the state of California and the city of San Francisco. So I'm baffled, honestly. I've never seen anything like this. I don't even know what else to say.
I'm not surprised. I'm telling you, I'm not. You would get in trouble for defending yourself in California.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's pretty sad that the cops don't even have any type of authority. Really, they're just there, like they said, in case they get called in for something else that's related to violence.
But they don't even do shit when shit get violent. That's why the crime rate is up out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
When they get violent, that's bullshit.
It's crazy. I'm telling you, it is crazy. Yeah. Oops. Uh-oh.
It froze.
You there? I don't know what's going on. I lost my screen completely. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can't see you though.
I can't even refresh my screen.
Oh my god.
Oh no! I can't even shut the show down. Hold on.
Because that show can't see you.
I'm here, people. Just give me a second. Okay, it's slowly coming back. That's so weird.
Very.
I don't see my controls yet to be able to refresh. So give me oh, here it is. Okay, let me try to refresh. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Okay. You hear me now?
Yeah.
That was weird. They were trying to shut me down because of the pride stuff. Anyways, I don't think I have. Did you have any topics that you wanted to talk about? Because I didn't have any. I don't think I have any more. I think I'm all right up.
Besides the stuff I've been seeing on how they said they're trying to couple Trump, that's about it, really.
Yeah.
I can talk about that all day.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think that we are going to get this presidency back, like in this next election? Do you think that we are going to bring it back to the White House? Like, do you think we're actually going to win this election?
I got a good feeling about it.
You do?
Absolutely.
You do too? What's up, Red Pill?
I mean,
what up, Mo? What up, Marlando?
What's up, Red Pill? But like, cause last election they was using COVID and shit as an excuse and all of that. They can't use that no more.
Mm-hmm.
They can't use that, and with the whole mail-in ballots and all of that, and counting them after the election was supposed to end, they can't be doing it.
Right. I don't know. I mean, like, I think it's funny how I want to believe that people have woken up and we're gonna get this presidency back, but I don't put it past the Democrats on what they're gonna try. And what I do get nervous about is who they're going to put as their Democratic nominee, because it cannot be. I don't think they're that dumb that they're going to keep that guy in there.
Even if they put Gavin Newsom, I just don't see him beating Trump. I just don't see it.
But what if he's tied with a Michelle?
Ugh.
Yeah.
So I will tell you that everyone watching, everyone you know, we have to get more people out to vote.
Yes.
Because we seriously, the only way to overthrow the system is overwhelming it by all registered voters actually voting.
Yes.
Because if 104% of people vote, that is how we're going to see that the election has some dysfunction.
Funny business. Yeah. And
So,
they just did that in France. That just happened in France. Like everybody showed up to vote and they got Macron out of there.
that's the thing. Listen, Dan Bongino's rule 10, 10, and 10, 10 send 10 emails, 10 text messages, talk to 10 neighbors, like get people registered to vote. We have to be active. We just can't think that this election is going to go, smoothly. We have to be proactive.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that like people like Bryson and Soonie that are just not going to vote, right? Because they don't believe in the candidates. I respect it. But at the same time, I wonder how many people are going to be like that, right? Because there are a lot of people that while they don't want Biden and they are conservative, they don't necessarily agree with having Trump as the candidate.
But with Soonie and Bryson, they may not like Trump, but they are telling people that support what they don't support that he the best candidate.
Yes, of course. But that's 2 votes, right? That's just 2 votes that we know of that we're not going to get. And of course, I appreciate Trump is the best candidate. That's what they're pushing. I totally appreciate that. But I wonder beyond Soonie and Bryson, like how many people are just going to be like, you know what? This election's rigged. I'm not really sold on either one right now. I wish we had another option. I'm just not going to vote. That makes me nervous.
Listen, Mo, peer pressure is a motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
So the people who are not like Bryson and Soonie who are standing on religion, literally you've got to peer pressure them. I just red pilled my cousin, 54-year-old Black Democrat, typical guy, right? And I had him wearing a Trump 2024 fuck your feelings shirt on Friday because he's voting for Trump now after I just literally talked to him.
Yeah.
So we have to talk to people and get them in to vote and show them what's going on. But then with Soonie and Bryson, I'm just going to tell you right now, the power of prayer is strong. And I'm going to put God on them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are talking about voting for other candidates outside of these 2, as far as Jill Stein and Robert F. Kennedy, Cornell and shit.
Yeah.
So
But
I wonder how that's gonna tie in.
Well, I mean, it's better, I think, than leaving a vote on the table, period, right? Like if they're going to go vote, at least use your vote. Like so Red Pill said, it registers that there should be X amount of voters and this is how many voters voted, right? I would feel better about that than leaving votes on the table.
Because I feel like it's going to come down to these swing states. Not the states that's been blue since 2000 and not the red states that's been red since 2000. It's these swing states.
Yeah. But it's kind of showing right now like Trump has a lot of the swing states that were primarily Democratic in the past. So that's a good thing. That's a real good thing. Red Pill, since you're on here and you are familiar with medication, did you hear the Jamie Foxx story?
No, I was listening to it and then Mo, I was like, damn, everybody wants to call me right now. For why?
It's always like that. Okay, so Jamie is basically claiming that in April of last year, when he disappeared for 20 days and went into a coma, okay, that he said, I had a headache. My friend gave me an Advil, and the next minute I was out 20 days. I was gone. What do you think about that? You buy that story as a nurse?
Fuck no. How many times you take Motrin?
I personally can't take stuff like that, so I don't know, but like
Advil is nothing but ibuprofen.
Okay.
So no, it's not going to do that. So I'm calling straight cap.
I'm calling straight cap. There's no way. I think he took something else.
So one side effect with Motrin would be Steven Johnson syndrome, but that would not put you in a coma. That's like a rash, a really high fever. But no, a coma from Motrin is not a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's something that we shall not talk about on the YouTubers that affected him, because there are certain things that cause bad things to happen to you. But
Yeah. Well, I already said it about the jab that people. Yeah, we actually they're not really censoring that anymore as much as they used to. So,
well, then I will say it was definitely the juice.
You think it was the juice?
It was definitely the juice. If you look at all of the studies that are coming out now, affecting the brain. So typically a vaccine doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier, and this one totally is. So it just makes a complete sense, logical sense, that it would be the juice that he took.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad you joined, because I wanted to ask you that question.
So you guys were talking about replacing the Bidester, the Biden.
Yeah.
I have been saying this for a long time, that it's going to be Newsome, and I really think it's going to happen. And sadly, Mo, if you look at what Newsom has been doing, he's been gearing up. He's been out of the country, visiting with global leaders.
China, especially.
He's been bringing global leaders to California, especially China. And when Joe was in Saudi Arabia last year, Newsom went and met with the DNC at the White House.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I for sure think it's going to be Newsom. I'm just, Newsom alone is not going to get it. Newsom with Kamala is not going to get it. They are going to pair him with somebody that is going to give Trump a run for his money, and the only person that I think that could be is Michelle.
Yeah, because they know, because black people is stupid behind Michelle Obama, and I don't care who take offense to it.
Yeah, I mean, well, and it's funny because I think I don't know if it was Liddell or Dave said it, but he was like, yeah, they're saying that, she has made it very clear she would never run, blah 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 blah. But I don't think Michelle is going to have a choice, because we all know that Obama is the one running this show to begin with, okay, and protecting everything that they got going on. So she's going to have to take one for the team. I don't think that this is going to be something that she willingly does. I think she's going to have to do it. What do you think? You there, Red Pill? I don't know if you're talking or not.
Yeah, she probably got a call or something.
She probably got a call, but yeah, that's what I think. And
but yeah,
can you think of anybody else? Can you think of anybody else?
No, as far as a VP, I really can't.
Yeah, I think if they run her with Newsom, that could be a problem for Trump.
I wonder who his VP gonna be.
Who, Trump?
Yes.
I know, right? So you know what? Somebody else had posted that there has been presidents in the past. So apparently it's not a requirement to have a VP while you're running. I don't know if that's true. Somebody posted that there was presidents that ran without having a vice president. Let me see. Presidents who didn't have a VP. Let me see if this is true. Okay, here we go. 18 American presidents didn't have a vice president for all or part of their term. I didn't even know that that was possible. That's wild. So this is the list of presidents without vice presidents: James Madison, Andrew Jackson, John Tyler, Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, Chester Arthur, Grover Cleveland, William McKinley, Theodore Roosevelt from 1901 to 1905, William H. Taft, Calvin Coolidge, Harry Truman, Lyndon B. Johnson, Richard Nixon, and Gerald Ford. That's crazy. They served their entire term without a vice president.
That's wild.
That's wild. So what if Trump does that? That would just throw them into a frenzy.
It sure would.
Yeah. I wonder why. I wonder why they're able to do it. Something about the... Okay, the first American president to spend part of his time in office without a number 2 was James Madison, who was savvy enough to win 2 terms in office. One thing he wasn't good at, choosing his vice president, apparently. Both men he chose for his first and second term died part of the way through them. So he simply finished his term without a VP. The situation arose again for longer periods of time when Tyler left his spot as vice president to become president. His president, William Henry Harrison, died after... Oh, well, see, this is situations where they died. I'm confused. I'm gonna have to look at this more, but I've never heard of this in my life. I have never heard of this.
That's new to me.
That's new to me. But I did see somebody post it, so I'm like, I don't know. I need to research this. I don't think Trump is gonna run without a VP, but it's an option, obviously. The only thing with this is the speaker would be, would be in charge. He needs a good VP in case something were to happen. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay.
But yeah, I'm ready to see how many of those 6 states are gonna flip back the red.
I know. It's gonna be another exciting election night for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking, I'm gonna be on it all day. Whole November 5th, I'm on it.
Do you think me and Soonie should do like a marathon live where we just like stream until it's over?
I sure what. Whether I'm impressed or not, I sure be in and out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your red pill.
Yeah, I just told her she's on mute. Let me see if I can undo her. Oh, it won't let me unmute her. I'm gonna talk to Soonie. I'm gonna ask Soonie if we should be the first show to do a marathon election night. I think we're the first show, a marathon election night live where we don't stop. Now, this better not be one of those situations where we don't find out until 30 days after the fact. It better be decided.
Yeah, because they can't blame COVID on this one.
I know, right? Well, there's still time for another disease to come. It could be the bird flu.
But a lot of people, I hope they caught on to that. I hope. That's all I'm saying is I hope.
Yeah. There she is. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were still backstage, girl.
But yeah.
Red Pill, you there?
I can't hear her if she talking.
She's not on mute. Red Pill. Oh, she gone. She gone.
She'll be back. But yeah, it's November 5th gonna be a complete shit show, and I'm ready for it.
I know. It is gonna be a shit show. It's gonna be exciting. It can't come soon enough.
And
for sure.
Manhattan and Judge Merchant might as well throw that damn case out because y'all just pushing time back for what?
Exactly. Oh, I guarantee you all those cases are gonna go out. I'm telling you.
Because it went from January 11th to September 18th.
Yeah. You there?
I'm here.
All right, we hear you. Anyways, what do you think about a marathon election night show, girl? You think we should do that?
I think that would be lit because Soonie tired, especially because she'll be back home.
Yeah.
Would be fire because Soonie only has about a good 2 hours that she can hold her filter.
Yeah.
And I love unfiltered Soonie.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk to her about that. I mean, we're going to have to like start it like, at nighttime, but like, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night and go, we're not going to do like an all day as as people are voting, because that would be kind of pointless.
Yeah, y'all might as well. The news do it all the time, but I trust y'all more than them.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good.
So Mo, the thing about Michael with Newsom. I don't
Yeah.
think that would work.
Why not?
Because I think America as a whole is over this cackling woman thing.
You think Kamala ruined it?
I do think Kamala ruined it because look, she's the border czar and she hasn't even addressed the border at all.
Yeah.
Look at
Oh
Susu
Lord, there she
here.
go. There she go.
She's back. She's back. Hey, Soonie, what do you think about us doing a marathon live for election night? We
realize
go.
I'm gonna just getting home and trying to get adjusted, right?
Yeah, that's gonna put you right in adjustment mode. We're gonna put you right in. No, you could like take a break if you need to take a break. We could like bring somebody in while you take a little nappity nap. But I think we need to go live until the election is determined.
Okay.
We're gonna have no voice. After that, you guys, we're gonna shut the show down for like a month. Oh man. I was just about to wrap up. I'm done with my topics. You got anything? We can't hear you. Hello?
She's on mute.
You there? Uh-oh.
She's frozen.
Yeah, she's
She
frozen.
might end up coming back.
Can I just tell everyone in the audience and all of you guys, please say a prayer for California right now. The city right next to me is burning on fire.
What city? What happened?
So the city of everywhere in California, if you look at a map, California is all on fucking fire.
Uh-oh. There she is.
That was weird.
Dude, what's weird is you're still frozen on the backstage. Do you see that?
No.
That
I don't
is
know. I'm
so
on speed with my phone. It's probably not going to work like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we can barely hear you. It's
Did I
like
miss
very
everything?
Yes.
Over? Okay.
We can barely hear you though.
You can't hear me?
A little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I just gave a sad face. It's over.
Yeah, but you can I mean,
I have to go run my mouth on Instagram.
I know. If you have stuff you want to bring up on here, you're welcome to.
I don't. I haven't even gone into my office. I woke up this morning and I had to go get some appointments done. I didn't even get to prepare.
Yeah.
She just been active, ain't she?
She is.
Huh?
You just been active, ain't you?
Yeah. It's time to get moving.
Yeah, August basically.
Time to go.
here.
Oh, you guys want to hear about my doctor experience?
Sure.
You want to hear?
Yeah.
So I go in to check in and I was kind of insulted because the guy who's checking me in is clearly gay, right? You can tell he's like super flamboyant. He's gay.
Oh Lord.
And I said, can I have a pencil or a pen to fill this out? And he said, yeah, no problem. And then he's talking to his coworker. He's like, can you get this person a pen? And I was just like, I clearly am a woman. Why are you struggling to like get the gender?
I would have cut the fuck up.
And he called me a person. I'm just like,
He called you a person?
can you get this person a pen? And I'm like, you just referred to me as ma'am when I walked through the door. Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh
Crazy.
my God.
Then what'd you say?
I said he was confused on your pronouns, Soonie.
I'm surprised he didn't call you a
He
cisgender.
misgendered me, right? Maybe I should have threw a fit and saw, see what would have
I'm
happened.
surprised he didn't call you a
I don't know.
cisgender woman.
Then I go to my doctor. I finally get into the doctor, and the doctor just starts spilling his fucking feelings about all the domestic violence patients that he has come in. And he told me about an abuse case, and it turns out the wife told on the husband, told a lie, And I'm just sitting there like, are you supposed to be telling me this? So granted, he didn't give me any names, but he's just like, yeah, and she came in and he came in and
Right?
she said he abused the kid and the guy said he didn't do it. Turns out he's completely exonerated. But women don't really do that. He said this and I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
They ain't got no hip over there in Japan?
He was just talking. And then he told me about how he gets more women who come in battered than men. He said, women get beat up more. And I said, oh, you think they do? And he's like, yeah. My entire career, I've only had 3 men come in. And I said, oh. And he's like, yeah, but I've had like 50 plus women. Women get beat up the most. Now, this is my husband's, he works on base. So I can't be like, well, did you ever think about they don't report? I was just sitting there stunned that
can't
this
be
man
cutting
was
up.
volunteering all this information to me.
Yeah.
He
Did
just
you
told
wear
me
a shirt
everything.
that says I'm your local therapist today?
What'd you say?
Did your shirt say free therapy? Oh shoot, Sooney's gone.
Oh, damn. We're having all kinds of problems. That's funny though. Yeah, he shouldn't have been talking like that. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Never go to the doctor and the doctor causes you mental anguish.
Right. Here she is. She's back. You hear us?
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Did you wear a shirt that says I'm your local therapist?
No, but I did wear this. I did.
Bro, I gotta get that shirt for somebody. I got to.
I went to the doctor like this.
I wonder if maybe the guy was confused by your shirt.
He's like, person.
Dude, he saw
So I
your
got
shirt. He's like,
misgendered. I got misgendered, and I had a doctor just spill his feelings to me about his patients. And I left the office thinking, wow, this is military healthcare. Wow. It's nice to have your doctor like want to talk to you, right? Let's chit chat.
yeah.
But you're talking to me about other patients. And granted, like I said, he didn't tell me any names, but dog, he was just running it.
His nurses probably hear an earful.
I think your shirt triggered him.
My shirt triggered him?
Yeah, your shirt triggered the doctor.
For sure.
Oh man, I thought it triggered the receptionist. He didn't know what he when I tell you he was stuttering and I was sitting there looking at him like, ma'am, can you get this woman? Yeah, go ahead and say it. And he just didn't. He just ended up saying person. So that was my adventure today.
Did you see the United Airlines, the mom with her baby kicked off?
I did, but you know what? There seems to be more to that story outside of potentially misgendering. Apparently, she made a big scene, and it didn't just end with, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know." She made a whole scene about the entire thing, and they ended up kicking her off. So, either way, I don't agree with it. Like, what's the big deal if somebody misgenders you? They don't know what you identify as, and it's not my job to pick your brain and know what you think you are. I'm just going to go off what I see, and you have to respect the fact that I'm going off what I see.
Right.
I don't even think there needs to be any other conversation about it. But, these people run stuff so much so that the military member didn't want to misgender me. He didn't know what to say. What the world?
That's funny.
It's wild.
Was there anything, Soonie, you wanted to talk about? I don't know if you were listening.
I just want to tell people, stop celebrating this immunity because the language has not been decided, especially when it comes to the president's official duties. That is still in the lower courts. And you don't know what you're celebrating. And I guarantee you when this comes back around and Joe Biden benefits from it, y'all are going to be pretty pissed off. Just understand that this applies to presidents.
I read an article that came out about 4 hours ago, and it said what the lower courts are deciding is specifically the Mar-a-Lago documents and whether he had presidential immunity there, which I think he does. And then the other one was the Atlanta election interference thing.
That Foxx
So
County stuff.
Yeah, it's a timing issue, right? Like, because remember, you and I were talking, and I said technically he was president. You know, the passing of the baton didn't happen yet, so technically he was still president when he was contesting the election results. But what they're trying to determine, I forget what the word was that they used, that if it was within his presidential immunity period. Yeah, duties. Yeah.
That's what I mean. But they need to determine what his official duties were.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't think you should celebrate yet.
I read a report that
What is that?
His New York case, the sentencing has been placed on hold because of this immunity thing.
Mm-hmm.
Got pushed back 2 months.
Yeah.
September 18th.
The Q-tards that were telling you July 11th, there's a big day. July 11th is going to be a big day. Charlie Kirk, I think he's a Q-tard because he was the main one putting that shit out. He ain't even getting sentenced on July 11th. So now what?
I could have told y'all it was gonna get pushed back, or something was gonna mysteriously happen.
Y'all always want to have some exclusive nothing.
Dude, I'm so mad.
They're gonna push it back to November 4th.
I can see that happening too.
They don't even think. I think they said they don't even think this whole presidential immunity thing will be fully ironed out by the election.
It can't be. If they figure it out that fast, then there is something wrong.
Well,
it can't.
Really, there's nothing to figure out. There's already a law in place. It's just this, I think it's just the courts need to look at the law. It's too ambiguous. They need to look at the law.
Joe Biden could come along and say this was in my presidential duty and to get away with a lot of stuff. They need to define it. Right. People got to be patient and let them define it and let the chips fall where they may.
You know what? They're probably trying to say, well, we need to be careful how we define it because it could get Joe in trouble. So maybe that's what's going to take so long is they have to figure out the wording that it doesn't put a bunch of other presidents in jail.
Listen, I think Democrats have said F Joe at this point because they all are talking junk about him. The news is talking junk about him. His cognitive ability. I don't think they care about Joe anymore.
Yeah.
I don't. Or else they would have never put him on a stage to be embarrassed like that.
I
agree. This man invited another debate. He said he was ready for another debate. Biden.
I saw that.
Please, man. We don't want to see another debate.
I know. I saw that.
That was enough.
That was well over enough. That was we don't need nothing else from him. Nothing.
That was enough.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You forgot, Soonie, they're playing 1 million D chess.
It's gonna get worse and worse.
5D chess, guys. Trump knows what he's doing. The crime has to be committed.
I'm so mad because the 3 nights that I have tried to listen to X22 to see what's going on with the Q-tards, I can't stay awake.
That's
How are you going to do a marathon for the election, Mo?
She ain't going to do a marathon. You know who's going to be up all night? Soonie Blanks.
Who? You don't think I'm going to?
No, bro, you're gonna be like, Soonie, I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. You are.
No. I said to Marlanda, I said, what we're going to do is we'll start it at like 6 or 7 and then we'll start it at like 7 or 8 and then we'll go until late in the hours. You know what I mean? But I'm going to be rested. Don't be talking to me during the day now. Don't be texting me on the WhatsApp.
See what I mean? All these things come with conditions.
I'm just saying, I need to sleep. Okay. I need to prep. Don't worry about what I'm going to do to get ready for this. I will do. I'm the one that came up with the idea.
And I'm so glad. I'm not in grade school no more because it's going to be so good.
Right. And maybe we have a few other people. Maybe we have some other people so I can like tag in some people so I can go real quick.
Hey, listen, Carmen should be she should come on and offer some political commentary. We should have Joe Collins on. As much as people don't like him, I don't really care.
Yeah.
He's a person with a connection. Liddell should come on. We should have Deontay come on, but put him on a leash and say, hey, man, you got a minute or less to get it out. We can't have you speaking for 5 and 10 minutes.
No, you can't.
A minute or less.
I'm surprised.
And we have to have a Democrat on. I personally think we should invite Mitch on. It'll be entertaining.
Jesus Christ. I rebuke
Now
that
you
with the
really
blood of
trying me.
Jesus.
Now you
Hey
really
Mo,
trying
didn't
I
I
me.
think
tell
we
you I can
should.
picture y'all in Congress?
I think we
What is
should.
I can picture you, Soonie, Deontay, Red Pill, Corman, Liddell, Julius, Mitch
He
Neal,
want a comedy skit in the freaking
all y'all in
Congress. 'Cause
Congress.
that's
I
all
keep
we gonna
thinking
do
about
is cut
that.
up in there. Nothing would ever get done if those people were in Congress.
It wouldn't.
It'd be no, it would be just like it. Listen, let's just truth be told, nothing would get done with us either. Okay, because we'd be in there.
Listen, I'm
No,
gonna tell
nothing
you
would
right
get done with
now. You
Mo.
put me in a
Mo's
room with
gonna be
these
trying to
four men.
compromise.
Oh God, I can picture y'all in the Senate.
Mo is gonna compromise, and I'm gonna be fighting. I'm
And
going to
Yeah,
jail.
Corman gonna be talking shit too.
We're gonna have
Red
to pull
pill.
Mo to the side and be like, "Hey, man, come on."
Y'all,
Oh God,
no, she's gonna be like, Mo, I can't have you out here in the hallway talking to these people. They're the ops.
oh God, I can picture Mo now. I know we don't agree on things, but can we compromise?
And Red Pill, the Marjorie Taylor Greene, okay? She's over there just
She's
writing
gonna be ordered.
articles after articles.
You're gonna be the first one drafting up impeachment papers, bro.
Everybody gets
They,
impeached. I'm gonna be like Oprah. You get impeached. You get impeached. You all
Red
get
Pill, they escorting her out because she gonna cuss everybody out.
I
And
know.
She ain't gonna be able to stay in there.
here to kick a Mo. Bryson Gray can be the Speaker of the House.
Oh Lord, the speaker,
Yes, Bryson Gray, Speaker of the House.
no, Bryson should be like the press secretary because I would die laughing at his press conferences. He'd be like, "Y'all reprobate, y'all reprobate, y'all going to
I
hell."
just need coffee and I'll be good. Yeah, give me coffee, I'll be up. I drank coffee one night, bro, and I was up until 5 the next morning.
Oh dang, dude, I drink
I was
coffee before
up.
bed. I drink coffee before I go to bed.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What?
I'm Hispanic. It's in my blood. Just like it doesn't really do anything.
So we should definitely reach out to Carmen.
Okay.
Who else? Maybe Chad will show up. Chad's been watching my lives lately. We got a bunch of people we can reach out to
Like
and
the
have
legislation.
everybody just pop on every. Like,
Yeah.
we don't all have to be on at the same hour. We can just have people come in, give their commentary, and dip out.
Yeah, I agree.
And like the
Well,
legislation.
I'm very much a late owl. I will be willing to take the dark 30 hours.
We need Christine to put together a time slot for us so everybody knows when they should show up and we don't got a crap ton of people on here just yapping.
Well, but we got to tell people you ain't coming up here to camp out here now. We only have so many slots you can be up here on.
The only people who can camp out are people who actually do shows with us. If you don't do a show with us and you don't really talk about politics, there's no reason for you to be up here. You can watch from the comment section.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
You agree? Well,
I agree.
we should start working on that.
Oh, I'll set up the stream now. I'll set it up.
November 5th, guys. It's going to be a marathon.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shit show too, and I'm ready for the ride.
I don't know
this
what the
okay.
hell's going to happen. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah.
Soonie, before you came, I just want you to know that I did say I'm putting God on you and Bryson about not voting. And then I said for people who are not voting, not because of their religious stance, just because they're weak, I'm like peer pressure is a motherfucker for them.
So you're going to put God on me and then peer pressure the rest of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're funny. I was just thinking about that the other day.
We were talking and I was like, do you guys really think that we have a chance, like a real solid chance at getting this White House back? And
I feel good about it. Like I really do.
yeah. And Red Pill was like, if everybody votes, Soonie, everybody votes.
We have to overwhelm the system.
Yeah.
It has to be overwhelmed because traditionally people show up maybe 75-80% of the votes, but if we get like damn near 100, and it goes over 100% of the votes, 104% of the people of this county voted, we know there's some schmuckery going on in it.
Some schmuckery.
And that's a tall order. That's a tall order.
It's a tall order to get everybody to vote?
To get me to vote for Trump. I don't dislike Trump. I like Trump. I just don't feel right voting for someone who has these views. Don't.
Listen, I almost just went to a whole diatribe of a sermon. Soonie, not one is perfect. No, not one. Not one is righteous. No, not one.
What?
Were you hosting the sermon, Red Pill?
And I had a whole little diatribe in my head, and I was like, no, I ain't about to go into it. But no one is perfect. Trump is by far not perfect. I have my own issues with Trump, but I just know that if I don't vote, somebody's going to steal my vote or mark my bubble, and I just don't want that.
I agree.
And at this point, being a mom, if we continue to have Let's Go Brandon in office, our children are screwed because no one except for Trump is going to check the BS that's going on at a federal level.
Yeah.
So what happens when he gets in office and he doesn't do any of what y'all expected him to do? Then what?
I just don't think that can be a thing because Trump is going on his second term. This is like no holds bar. Like, there's no holding him back. He's going to do whatever he wants. This is his last term. He can't serve a third term.
He can't serve another term consecutively. But if he lost the race, can he run again? Because he didn't win his second term.
Like you're saying, can he serve this 4 years and then another 4 years?
Yeah, can he serve consecutively since he didn't win his second term?
No, you only get 2 terms.
Interesting. Yeah, this is like trying to get Mo to say nigga. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Listen, I'm not saying that. I'm just gonna pray. Soonie, I believe in the power of prayer. It works. Listen, Linda, you ain't even got to tell me. I'm just gonna put God on you.
Even if I did vote for Trump, I wouldn't tell y'all.
I know. I don't even have to.
Oh, that means she's gonna vote for Trump. That's what she.
No,
Dude, you know what's gonna happen is Sooney's gonna get to election day and she's gonna get overcome with like the spirit, and she's gonna be like,
my Lord. Y'all better quit lying on God.
She's like, I'm gonna go vote.
Overcome with the spirit.
You know what we should all do? We should just inundate her with the picture of her and her husband.
I'm gonna purposely hang out with Bryson that day, and we're gonna purposely just sit down and do nothing after voting for Mark Robinson. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go vote for Mark Robinson, and I'm gonna show y'all.
Wait, are you voting for Congress and Senate too?
Yes.
But yeah, Mark Robinson need to win though, because Ward Cooper gotta go.
Oh, he's gonna beat Josh Stein. Josh Stein is getting his ass whooped in the polls.
Yeah, I just don't see him winning.
If Trump says, I'm going to take Mark Robinson as my VP, then what?
I still want to vote for him because what the hell is the VP except for a face?
Well, people in their elderly years, especially those who have weight issues, typically have issues, right? So I'm just saying, the reason we need a good VP is because Trump is not a spring chicken.
Do you see her trying to manipulate me into staying on vote for Trump? Y'all saw that?
Listen,
we
I
will
have
see
nothing
what
to
happens,
do
but
with
I'm
the
standing
conviction that
firm.
the Holy Spirit has given you. I have nothing to do with that, Soonie.
We'll see what happens. Trump's gonna win, though. I'm confident that Trump will win.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump 2024.
I don't think they're gonna. I think they want him to win because they're making Joe Biden look horrible, man. The media is still talking about these gaffes while simultaneously, saying Trump is lying. But they haven't stopped talking about his cognitive ability, which is good. I hope they continue to talk about it. And I hope it continues to put doubt in people's minds so much so that they go vote Trump. That's what I vote for.
So can you explain to me, because I don't know, I honestly don't know this, because I always hear people say this, is like the Democrats want Trump to win.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they want Trump to win?
Because I think this renders the final blow. They couldn't destroy Trump with Russiagate. They couldn't destroy him with January 6th. They couldn't destroy him with impeachment.
Or taking him off the ballot.
They couldn't take him off the ballot. They've tried a lot of things. They couldn't do any of it. And I think with how horrible this economy is, with the current state of foreign affairs, how little people respect the United States, I think he's going to have a bigger challenge than he thinks on his hands coming into office. And I think the real threat of World War III, because of how we've been handling Russia, that's going to be a thorn in his side too. And I'm thinking that the Democrats are hoping that they can render the final blow and just destroy his name, and they won't have to worry about another Trump again. Much like they did to the Jan Sixers. Notice Americans ain't got up again and went to the Capitol to make their voices heard on much of anything. Most of those people don't even believe in the voting process.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to vote. You got Bryson Gray is still saying, why would I vote when the election is secure? There's millions upon millions of people who still feel some type of way about Dominion.
Yeah.
They still feel some type of way about Fox News lying. None of that went away. So
right. And that I didn't think I actually said this when I asked this question initially, but I said I think the same thing, right? Like people are so all of a sudden certain that Trump has it in the bag, and it's like, but wait, what happened to election fraud? Like that just went out the window.
Yeah.
Like and I get what Red Pill's saying is if we all vote, then the chances of them being able to do something funny is it's gonna be more evident, right? Because if they say, X amount of people showed up to vote, this is how many registered voters we have, and those people show up to vote, then it gives them less to play with. I understand that.
Yeah.
People
I
definitely
think two things can be true at once.
You
I
have
think
to
both
get
of those
active
things.
in your own communities. You need to be proactive, not just about the presidency. And I think that everyone is so caught up with this polarizing presidential run that they forget that local, county, state politics, they matter a lot.
Sure do, because they the Congress.
We see that there were free states in America. Florida wasn't perfect, but it was a lot better than California, right? And different counties handled it differently. So you've got to get out there to vote, especially if you're in California. I'm telling you right now, whoever is an incumbent, vote them out.
Mm-hmm.
Get them out.
Same with the Senate. Here in Texas, I just don't see Colin O'Reilly beating Ted Cruz. I'm gonna call that. That's not happening. Ted Cruz gonna win.
Well, I have to make my baby some lunch. I just wanted to come on here and say,
yeah, no, that's cool.
Trump 2024, and no, Soonie will not be voting for Trump. I just understand he's the best option.
I'm just gonna clip the part where you said Trump 2024 and just leave it at
Lord. You see this?
We're gonna do some creative editing.
Go ahead, say it.
Listen, you can do all things through Christ who strengthen you.
My kid said hi to everybody.
Hi, kid.
Hello.
All right.
Well,
I'm gonna bye. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up too, y'all. So thank you for coming on and joining me and keeping me company while my co-host was running errands at the doctor's office. I really appreciate it.
I was sitting up here laughing the whole time about something.
Why?
About Bryson Gray being the Speaker of the House.
Oh, Lord.
And in the legislation, he would be joining up.
They would not know what to do.
And then y'all being in Congress too, voting on it. That's good.
Yeah. No, that would be crazy.
No,
That
I'm
would be
under
crazy.
the jail.
That would be
Under the
crazy.
jail.
Yeah, you'll probably be
Thank
into
you
an
for having me,
AOC.
Mo. I didn't want you to have
Bye.
to be up here by yourself. I was trying to get on and then life, but I'm
No, I
glad that you
appreciate
had
it.
me up.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You too, Marlandon.
Yeah, you a wild card.
I'm a wild card. Why am I a wild card?
You just wild and silly.
But you love me. You love me. Say you love me, because you always come out here and you give me a hard time. Tell me, hey, now that Soonie's gone, just say you love me more than you love her.
Oh Lord, I'm not gonna do that.
It'll just, oh, why are you scared?
No, I'm not scared. You know I
You
love Soonie to
scared?
death. You
You
know I love
scared?
Soonie to death.
Yeah, but say you love me more. Say it right now, otherwise you're never coming back on.
More.
Say it. Just joking.
But y'all love your delusional silly ass.
I know. I'm much more fun. That's for sure.
Yeah, she laid back. She the laid back type.
She lays back. She's laid back. She's the serious one. I'm the one that's like, okay, we can't get too serious.
Yeah.
All right. You have a good night.
Alrighty, you too.
Bye.
Mhm.
Everybody else, thank you so much for watching the show tonight. Soonie will be back with us on Friday. Hopefully, if she's not, and I have enough to talk about, I'll definitely do the show. But just know she's getting ready to do her move. So there will be probably some days where I will be doing the show either alone or with a co-host or something like that. But I thank you guys so much for watching tonight. I hope it was somewhat entertaining for you. I know that we didn't have too many topics, but hopefully by Friday, we'll have some updates and some fun stuff to talk about. So everybody have a great night. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you on Friday. Bye.